Greetings, YouTube. I have a simple question for you. How much do you love Yondu? Now, look, I think he's a champion that's always been a bit underappreciated and underrated. His special one, especially, can do good damage. Kind of reminds me of the Tech Hawkeye in some ways. Well, this question has more relevance than you might believe because with the guaranteed champion bundles, of course, you can spend $50 to get, well, a 5-star. But that's if you're lucky, right? Because if you're proven to be a part of a scam where they pretend like we're partying like it's 2017 and they're charging you $100, or you Australian viewers have said it's $160 your currency to get a 5-star. You might as well just get mugged for free. At least that's how Kabam looks at it. But in the heat of all of this, we had the daily specials correction. And if you missed my video on it and my own luck, we got one or two compensation crystals. I mean, correction crystals is really the best way to put it. Because they gave us the wrong drop rates the first day that they dropped the new daily specials. They're supposed to be 3% for a 6-star, and it was 1.5%. There were some people out there who were like, Prof, it's not wrong. It's just math. Well, the math was wrong. I don't know what to tell you. It's always funny, though, when people immediately say, take this video down. It's fake news. You're embarrassing yourself. And then it turns out to be right, and those people never say a word. Just like, what? I just forgot I even said that comment. We're going to darken the screen real quick because as we are now talking about a potential for a 5 and yes, even 6-star champion who I have opened before, and personally, my Yondu is a quadruple Yondu. Sig 80, which means I've opened him 5 times. Sometimes people don't have him. So just imagine you are opening your compensation crystals. And the very first one you see is this. 2 5-stars and a 6-star. Had I not seen both this and this, I would assume this was a 5-star Nexus. What an amazing start, though. Max Sig 5-star, Sig 100 5-star, or a new 6-star. So how much do you love Yondu? Enough to take him. Now, that's an easy decision, right? But the reason why this video is such a historic situation is that I have yet to get back-to-back 6-stars from 2 crystals of these. I've seen a lot of back-to-back 3-stars, back-to-back 4-stars. I've done a back-to-back 5-stars a few times. But back-to-back 6-star is so difficult because the drop rate for 6-stars are, yes, still 3%. But this summoner, who goes by the name Max Toden, well, decided he would keep his luck going. And wouldn't you know it, he got 2 3-stars and a second 6-star out of 2 crystals. And yes, out of all the 6-stars you could get, it was a Yondu. And now we're going to see one of the craziest screenshots that's ever been submitted. 2 crystals open, 2 class-based Nexus crystals, 2 Yondus. Look at this. Now, maybe you think it's a cool story. Maybe you don't. But I am all about data. And I like to talk about outliers in statistics. And this is certainly an outlier in the statistical significance of the Tech Nexus Cav crystal in this case. And this was compensation, right? He got the crystals. He listened to the channel. I promised eventually you get 2 more crystals. It took much longer than we expected to take. In fact, it took, 8 days? But in the end, it was perfect timing for the RNG. It was perfect timing for his account. And this Yondu, he looks a little possessed, you know? He looks like he's just kind of staring into his own abyss. So, you never know. That's what I love about journalism and media and why I got into this profession in the first place. That's what I love about running a YouTube channel. I didn't know this was going to be waiting for me to talk about in my inbox. I didn't even know that tonight was going to be in the compensation. I thought it was going to be tomorrow. And yet, here it is. By the way, if you're across the pond, technically, I guess it did hit tomorrow. Well, thanks again to this summoner, Mr. Max Toden, for the data and the info. Yondu, you went from not being on this roster to being awakened into crystals.